Hello everyone, welcome to your 6th Python tutorial, and in this video I'm going to talk about standard input in Python. So in Python, we can ask the user of our program for a feedback or an input. This means we can ask them questions and the user can type in data which are string or numbers, and we can take that data and do something with it. So Python has an input function which lets you to ask a user for some input. So you call this function to tell the program to stop and wait for the user to key in the data. So in Python 2, we have a built-in function called raw input, whereas in Python 3, you have the input function. So in Python 2, we have this raw input, whereas in Python 3, we have just the input function. So since we are making use of Python 3 for this course, we're going to be using this input function because Python 3 is the latest version of Python as of now. So let's get rid of this and just this. So how do we define this input in our code? So let's do a print statement to print this out to the console. And inside this print statement, we're going to impute the input function. So let's see an input, and it comes with this bracket to show is a function. And inside here, we're going to impute a string, and we're going to say enter your name. And now let's run this file. And you can see here it prompts the user to enter the name, and we can say the name is John, and we hit enter. It just prints out this John to the console, like it didn't do anything with this John, it just prints out to the console. So, but we can store this input in a variable. So let's get rid of this. So we can just create a name variable and set it equal to an input. And inside this input, we're going to do say enter your name. And over here, we're going to print this out to the console. And now we can concatenate a string with this name variable. So over here, we can say hello. And we can just concatenate this by saying a plus and the name variable. So let's run this file again. And over here it says enter your name. So the name is John, and when you hit enter, it says hello John. So it takes this data and stores it. It takes this string and stores it inside this name variable, and here we print this out to the console saying hello plus this name, and this name is whatever the user inputs here. So if you are to type in any other name here, you can say Luke or whatever, it's gonna print out hello Luke. So let's do something else. Let's print out an age. So let's define an age variable, and let's set it equal to an input again. And here we're gonna say enter your age, or we'll just say and your age. And your age. And over here, we cannot print out multiple datas in this print function without this plus sign here. So we can concatenate them without adding this plus sign. So all we have to do here is we say hello, and over here we're going to add a comma. So after this comma, we're going to impute the name variable. We want to say its name, and we can add another comma and output the age, or we can do another listen. We say hello name, we say you are, and a comma here, and we say age. So this is a way of concatenating these data over here without using this plus sign, and this automatically gives a space, so we don't need to add a space over here. When you use a comma, it provides a space between them. So let's run this file now, and when it says enter your name, let's say something like Jane, and it says and your age, and we say, let's say the age is 40, and it says hello Jane, you are 40. So this is how to do an input in Python. So here you ask the user for some feedback or just an input, and when the user does that, it takes that input and stores it in a variable, and this prints it out to the console. So let's do a basic project by calculating the area of a circle and by taking the user's inputs and doing something with it. So let's comment this out. So the way you comment this box, just hold the control and the / and this comments this, or you can uncomment it by doing the same process, control and a /. So here let's do a comment and we'll say calculate the area of a circle. So let's calculate the area of a circle, and the formula is pi r squared. Yeah, to calculate the area of a circle. So, and what we need to calculate the area of a circle, we need the radius and we need the value of pi, and then we can run the arithmetics. So now let's define this radius variable, and let's say the radius is equal to an input, and inside here we're gonna say type in the radius of the circle, and we say is a meter. So let's tell the user this is a meter. So type in the radius and it will be in meters. So what next? Let's define a pi variable, and we set it equal to 3.14. So this is the actual value of pi in mathematics. So not the actual value, but this is just the value of pi in mathematics. So, and over here we can do the area of the circle. Is a variable. We can say to calculate the area of a circle, then we'll say area of circle variable, and now we set it equal to, now the calculate the area of a circle is pi r squared. So here is gonna be pi times the radius to the power of 2. So this is the formula to calculate the area of a circle, pi times radius to the power of 2. So let's bring this out to the console. Let's print and we'll see area of circle. So let's run this file now. We say type in the radius, and let me say 10, and here we get an error. I was expecting this error, and what this error basically says is you can't multiply this radius variable with this number over here, which is this pi over here. You can't multiply this, and this is because when we ask the user for some input and the user inputs 10, it takes this 10 and stores this radius variable as a string, not as the number 10. So it stores this as 10, as this string 10, and not as the number 10. So it just stores that as a string, and you cannot multiply that string with a number. It won't work in Python. But there's something we can do. We can typecast this. We can convert this string to an integer. So let's just make this. Let us give some space here to make this code very clean. So we can typecast this radius. We can say an integer, and it takes this radius. So we are typecasting this thing from a string to an integer. So whatever the user inputs becomes a number. So if it's 10, it becomes the number 10. So this is called typecasting, changing from one data type to another. And now let's run this file again and say type in the radius and is a meter. So let's say the radius is 5 and it says 78.5. So this is the area of the circle. So whereas we can also make this length, we can do something like this. We can see a string here. Let's take a comma. And we'll see the area of the circle is. So let's run this file again. It says type in the radius and we see now the radius is 70. It says the area of the circle is this. So here, friends, this is the standard input in Python, and I hope you get every concept of this. Go through it all over again and you're gonna be very good at it. Thank you, and see you in the next video.